and welcome to MoviePod, the 24-hour movie information hotline brought to you by Loud on the Set and Cool Ranch Doritos. Cool Ranch Doritos, now with 75% more cheese and dust.
Operator.
For movies starting at the Oceana in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, New York, press 1 now.
I only have a rotary phone.
Starting at 1 p.m., we'll be showing, hey, you're a loser, and you should be outside right now during a sunny, beautiful day.
Is that a movie?
Starting at 2 o'clock, we'll be showing, hey, how about handball? It's a cool regional sport, and you look like you could use the exercise.
What? That's not even a real movie title.
Starting at 4 p.m. at the Oceana, we'll be showcasing Get Mugged, the high school kids that wait for you right outside the theater, and they don't look like they're too happy.
I think he's threatening me.
6 p.m., the perfect time for your side piece date. Your girlfriend will never know, and you know I always save those 2 seats in the back row for you.
That's an interesting offer.
Starting at 7 p.m., we got Honey, I Shrunk the Pets, starring Rick Moranis. Turn off the laser! Turn off the laser! No, the pets! It's gotten 1.5 stars. Honey, I Shrunk the Pets. And finally at midnight, a special showing of The Warriors, our very own Coney Island movie. What would you like to do next?
Not buy a ticket?
Thank you for using MoviePod. We'll see you at the theater.
Hello? Welcome to MoviePod, your theater hotline. Showings for Salinas, California are the During School Special at Maya Cinema. Feel like blowing off classes? Have we got a show for you? Next up is a special offer, a Theater Hopper Day Pass. 2 for the price of, well, you weren't going to pay anyway. Next up, a special showing of Tractors Gone Wild. See combine harvester accidents as you never have before. And finally, for this evening's entertainment, another showing of Mice and Men, sponsored by Lettuce. It's What's for Dinner. Come join movies here in Salinas, California. Not the most depressing place on earth.
Operator, can I speak to the operator?
No.
Do you...
Goodbye.
Okay.
Yo, hello?
Hello, and welcome to MoviePod, your source for movie, time, and information. Please select from the following automated list of words.
Hurry up, man. Shit.
This is the Midwest, where things go slow.
What?
Do you want movie times? Say movie times, or press 1.
Movie times.
If you would like theaters, say theaters, or press 2. If you would like information on calorie count at our concession stand,
what the fuck?
Say, I'm a bit tubby, or press 3.
I thought I already said I want one. All right. Boop. 1.
Your show times for today are as follows.
Something called me Tubby.
New Nicolas Cage film, starting at no showtimes available. Superhero movie 4, The Reckoning.
Ooh.
10:30 a.m., 1:30 p.m., or 1:30 a.m.
What? 1:30 in the morning? What?
Romantic comedy.
Shh, this thing's going...
From coast to coast, it's love that wins the most. That's the whole title. playing at every minute of every hour.
Didn't even give me the... Choose a movie time.
Choose a movie time for you. You will come to the movies at 5:30 p.m.
No,
with
I don't...
a hot date.
Oh, all right. But I want to choose the time. Don't force me. But get me the girl.
She's on her way. Do you require mashed potatoes and gravy or corn to go with your movie?
Popcorn? But how does she know where to find me? What? Is this a...
Have corn on the cob.
Are you a real guy? I thought this was automated.
You have made multiple selections. Look, man, to be totally honest, we can't really afford to implement the movie pod thing in the Midwest. It's frankly just a little bit too expensive. So I'm doing my best here.
You were pretending to be a robot?
No. Look, man, do you want to see a movie or not?
Yeah, I want to see the superhero one, and I want the hot girl.
Then just come.
I don't want you fucking corn on the top.
There's nobody here. I'll reel it up on any screen you want. Just What's your name?
My name is Ralph.
Ralph, Little Midwest Hospitality. Just come on in and ask for Dave, and we'll make it happen for you.
All right, what's the girl's name?
There is no girl. My boss just wanted me to get people to the theater, so sorry about that.
All right, can you throw in the candy bag?
Oh, yeah, sure. Anything.
Really? From the candy bag?
Yeah, mix and match, anything you want.
Yeah. Are you guys hiring? I could do Movie Pod. This is called Movie Pod. I could do this.
Look, man, I'm being nice. I'm telling you, we're underfunded. All right. You're trying to take my job here. What's the deal?
All right. I'll be there soon. All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot. You're the best.
Thanks, Ralph.
Shit.
You are listening to Loud on the Set with Kyle and James.
A level-headed movie critic meets a loudmouth movie cynic. And action!
All right. Well, welcome back to the show. My name is Kyle.
This is James.
And James, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Moviefone and how it used to be, how you used to get to the movies.
How it used to be.
How it used to be.
Indeed. Yeah, so, I mean, boy, things have changed.
Yes,
a lot.
they have. Kyle, you remember back in the day when, before the internet, you would either look up the movie theater times in the newspaper.
In the newspaper.
Or you'd call the theater direct, or you would call Moviefone. Remember Moviefone?
I remember Moviefone.
Man, getting to the movies was a little bit more adventurous back in the day, wasn't it?
It sure was. Now, I don't think I ever did this to my knowledge, but did you ever just go to the theater and say, I'll just go to whatever's playing, when we get there? Did you ever do that?
Not as a little kid, but, recently I did. I dragged the honey baby to see The Lobster.
Oh, that was one where you just went to the theater and you're like, we'll see what's playing? And...
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Actually, no, scratch that. Start over.
So have you ever just gone to the movie theater and just said, I'll just see whatever's playing?
Nah, I haven't.
I haven't either.
Because it cost money, and when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of it, so it was all very carefully planned.
Yeah. You gotta make sure it's something you want to see, and you don't want to waste all the time getting over there and everything.
Yep, absolutely.
I do know a couple people that have said that they've done that before, just like on a date night. Oh, let's go to the movies. Let's see what's there. And
nah,
I couldn't do that.
No, I would have to. I remember being a little kid. I would, if I knew I was going to the movie theater later that day or that evening, I'd get the morning paper. And I'd go straight to my movie theater in Brooklyn, New York, in Brighton Beach, and look up the start times and plan the hell out of that fucking day,
Totally.
And then later on came Moviefone, and then came the internet, and now we use the internet like crazy, and all these sites like Fandango and all that shit, and we buy our tickets directly online. And now I guess we're gonna try MoviePod.
Yeah, MoviePod, the next big thing. So I've heard.
You call up somehow, and maybe it's an automated thing that responds to you in real time. Maybe it's some guy trying to fake being a robot. I don't know what. Hey, MoviePod, we got the idea.
MoviePod.
It could be an app.
It's starting to, yeah, it could be an app. So here's something funny I remember. When I was a kid, I had a couple numbers memorized, of course, like work numbers for my parents and things like that. And when I was in high school, I was definitely one of the last kids in school to ever get a cell phone. So I carried around a little thing in my wallet or in my pocket. There was a huge thing of phone numbers of like all my friends and all their cell phones and stuff. Moviefone was in that little notebook. That's how big of a deal it was. I had that written down. I would call Moviefone all the time and see what new movie was going to come out. But I also had it memorized as well for a long time. I remember being at the pool and going swimming, and then my babysitter was like, maybe we'll go see a movie today. And I exited the pool with my pool pass. I walked over to the payphone. I did the sneaky trick where you can call on the payphone without paying.
Nice.
And then I called Moviefone and found out what was playing for the day.
Excellent.
It was amazing.
Kyle, all of you reminiscing just now. Remember payphones? Remember
payphones?
Remember Moviefone? Remember payphones? But remember, you'd call Moviefone, and if you were listening for your movie and the times, if some of your stupid friends talked and you missed it,
my God,
you'd have to listen to the whole fucking thing again. You'd have to hang up and restart the whole call. You couldn't back out of the system and oh my God, it was so crazy.
Painful.
Yeah.
Painful situation.
I miss those days, man, because before the internet and before cell phones, before people became such flakes, you had to plan this shit out. You know, like meet me in front of the theater, in front of the ticket booth at such and such time. I already called Moviefone, or I already looked it up in the paper, and we're going to get our tickets and we're going to go in. But now with everything being, all the information instantaneous and that you move at your fingertips, it's I don't know. A little bit of the adventure has been lost.
Yeah, there was something different about advertising, too, when all the movies were just kind of listed there. If you didn't know anything about them or you hadn't seen any trailers, there wasn't much you could glean from them, except for the fact that usually one movie was top dog and got a little like ad that was right above the movie listings or like nearby, and you were like, ooh, well, maybe I'll go see that.
Yeah, the little synopsis.
Yeah, right.
The title, the rating, and then however many stars, that the newspaper decided to assign to it. And then 3 lines of text? Like Michael Keaton returns as the Cape Crusader. Like, oh, all right.
He sure does.
Do I go see this? I guess that sounds enticing. Kyle, I just did a little bit of research. Because I got a pocket computer in my hand right here in front of us. Moviefone still exists.
What? Let's call it right now.
Should we call? Let's call it. But I'm on the website.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we'll see if we can call it. In the meantime, I'm scrolling. The fucking thing isn't giving me a movie theater. I mean, it's not giving me a telephone number. So let me do a different search.
Maybe there's not the Moviefone has gone phoneless.
Moviefone.
Did you ever get flagged for going into an R-rated movie before you were of age?
I think I told this on the podcast one time. Me and my brother tried to go see Major League.
Oh,
and we got the
they were like, kid. No.
Yep, and we had to go see. Hence the humor at the beginning of this movie pod. We had to go see Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So that's what I used as my inspiration for Honey, I Shrunk the Pets. Because it's amazing that movie hasn't been made yet. Honey, I Shrunk the fucking Pets.
It's so funny because you could always tell the Moviefone guy was ready to really sell you on what the movie was. Whether it was a good movie or not, you could glean from the title, how they said it. If it was like, I got to think of a movie. Gone with the Wind. It's like, oh, Moviefone guy doesn't enjoy really long old movies. Or if it was like the new stupid comedy, Hot Shots, rated PG-13. I was all stoked about it. And then you got to the bad movies, like The Departed, rated R. And it was like all intense and everything.
Yeah. It was good. Now, Kyle, we had some fun with the beginning here with Movie Pod. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Josh was the California Theater Movie Pod voice. But maybe I'm imagining this, but I remember as Moviefone developed over time, they did start, maybe my imagination, maybe, memory's a funny thing, but I do remember they started spicing things up every once in a while. Like they would, over time, maybe they'd throw in advertisements, and that's why I said, brought to you by, right? Or playing snippets of the movie. If it was a big blockbuster coming up or something showing in multiple screens in the same theater, I think they did give that a little bit more enthusiasm.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
All right. It says right here. Should we try this?
We should try it.
777 film. Fuck it. Let's try calling it. Oh my God! But here's a head. The internet is amazing, is it not? Here's a headline from February 24th, 2014. If you call 777 Film right now, it says Moviefone's iconic phone service is shutting down after 25 years.
No.
Try it anyway.
Do it anyway.
777 Film?
Let's see what happens.
All right, hold on. Here we go. All right. I'm dialing now. 777.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
FILM. Go. Let's see what happens here.
Throw it on speaker.
Oh man, did you hear that?
Oh, it's dead.
That was the dial tone that means that the thing is dead. Oh man, could it be true? The first time I've tried dialing this number in decades, like not decades, but yeah, maybe decades. Shit.
Seems like it's gone pat. Boy, this just took a real nostalgia. Oh, that's the sound, ladies and gentlemen.
Sound of sadness.
That is the sound
of a part of my childhood dying.
A bygone era.
That is the sound of an Atari turning on. That is the sound of a fucking remote control car. Oh, I'm sad.
Oh, Moviefone.
Well, now here's the
gone but not forgotten.
Moviefone may be gone, but there are still theaters out there that if you call, you'll get an automated voice. It's an employee at the theater who's reading the title.
Right.
And I think that's where you'll get a little bit more of that personalized stuff that you were talking about earlier, where the guy will change his voice depending on what he's excited about or what he's not so keen on pitching at the moment.
How about that always fun experience where the stock words that they recorded never really synced up right with the emotion or tone of what was going on?
Yeah.
It was like, next film starting at 7:32. Like, oh,
okay. A little off there.
I would always get distracted, and then I would totally miss the right movie that was coming up.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You know, Josh said something funny earlier. He was talking about being on a rotary phone and calling Moviefone. And I installed a rotary phone in our basement that I bought at a garage sale when I was like 9 years old for like 50 cents. And I distinctly remember calling Moviefone from the rotary phone and having to like the whole time, and it was like press 6, and I would swirl the thing and like couldn't hear anything that was going on.
But did it work?
It totally worked. Yeah.
Touch tone only?
No, it worked. Yeah.
Crazy.
It was really cool.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, had some fun with this, right?
Yeah.
A nostalgia-based episode.
Do you remember any films that you went and saw after you called up on Moviefone?
No, I mean,
I'm trying to think of anything that I can remember.
For me, it wasn't. Moviefone didn't inspire me to see a movie. It was just a means to an end. It was just
right.
I need to know the movie time.
Like, when is that happening?
Yeah.
How prevalent was TV advertising while Moviefone was around? Were they advertising movies as much as they do now on television? Because I feel like there were still trailers and things that you still saw. I'm trying to remember how I got all my movie info. It must have been from TV.
Most of my movie info was, like I said earlier, the newspaper. Because,
right.
Yeah, there would be the tiny little write-ups. But, newspapers still do this. They print the full-color ads and all that stuff. So a cool-looking, reproduction of a movie poster in your newspaper would get me hyped up,
yeah.
And the size that it commanded on the page. Oh, this must be big,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Huge.
Totally.
Major League.
Man,
little baseball with a mohawk.
Did anybody take up the mantle of Moviefone? Is there like an off-brand Moviefone now or anything?
I don't know. We're a well-researched podcast. We should have looked it up. Now, I mean, everything's online.
The internet has changed it all. The apps are pretty convenient.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
They are. I still don't buy. You can ask the honey thing. I still don't buy most of my tickets online. She gets so mad.
Oh, because of the convenience charge?
I don't know. No, it has nothing to do with money. It's just that.
No, that's outrageous.
Oh.
Some of the things, they charge you like $4 to buy tickets just because you're using their online service. That's crazy.
Oh, that gives me just more ammo to not do it because she's, we get into these arguments all the time. Oh, well, not arguments, but it'll save us so much time. I don't care. I'd rather just buy my ticket from the person. Mm-hmm. But we're going to waste time. You have to find a parking spot and then this and that. And then you're going to have to wait online at the box office. Blah, blah. I go, I don't care. I'd rather just hand cash to a person behind a little glass booth. I romanticize the whole thing,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Plus, fuck that. If we automate everything, these are jobs, people. So I'm here to tell you right now, Moviefone didn't sell you the fucking tickets. It was just information. So you weren't taking jobs from anybody. Go to the box office, buy the ticket from the little nerd behind the glass in this little aquarium, because I used to do that shit for a little while, and save jobs. Same thing at the grocery store. Anything that's like self-checkout, you say no to that shit.
That's hilarious.
I never use the automatic checkout at the grocery store. I don't use automated banking. I go into the fucking bank. We need jobs, people. Hey, my worldview creeping in.
Look at
On a
that.
Moviefone podcast.
Moviefone podcast.
Anyway, go talk to the people. Work on your people skills, goddammit.
Could you buy tickets over Moviefone?
I don't recall. I don't remember that.
I think you
feature.
could.
No,
Yeah,
because how?
Yeah, right. You'd have to talk to the operator and like give them all your credit card information.
I don't ever. That would test everybody's. The technology at the time would be too much of a test of people's patience, because you'd have to enter in credit card numbers.
Right.
You'd have to punch in zip codes, all on your touch-tone phone or on your rotary phone.
Yeah, there you go.
And that would have been horrendous. At that point, you might as well just go to the theater.
Right. It's funny. Even through high school and through college, I would always know what movie I was going to go see, and I would go to the theater and buy the ticket in person, and then have them in my pocket all day and get amped up about the movie, know that, it wasn't going to be sold out. I could stroll in comfortably and hop in line at the queue or whatever and get ready for the movie.
I've done that before, too.
It was fun.
Here's a little bit of insider information. I don't know if they still do this, but when I worked in movie theaters, the theater, when they tell you it's sold out, they always leave like 4 or 5 seats just in case.
Just in case.
It never quite sells out. There's always a handful of tickets that if you really pressure the guy, you could probably get him to sell them. You'll probably be sitting in the front row and destroy your neck or your vertebrae, and you'll be staring up the nostrils of all the actors and all that stuff. But yeah, inside information for you.
Moviefone.
Moviefone.
That was a fun little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, after many years of Moviefone, we're here. We got MoviePod, and we're gonna try to reimagine the Get Your Movie Info.
Reimagine.
What do you think, folks? MoviePod? Was it working for these folks?
On that note, thank you all for listening. Tell us about your Moviefone memories. Touch 1 right now to tell us your movie memories. No, I want to know if anybody else had a strong connection with Moviefone. I swear I had that number memorized. Like it was plain as day. Loud on the Set with Kyle and James. Check us out on YouTube and iTunes. Send us some emails, loudontheset@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And I don't know, go to the nerds in the aquarium.
Yeah, what's the take-home message here? What's the take-home message? Since Moviefone doesn't exist anymore, just
go talk to the nerds.
Yeah, we keep it old school. I guess what do we have left? If we don't have Moviefone left, we still have ticket takers. We still have the booth, the ticket booth. So keep it old school. Keep it real.
Keep it real. And keep it MoviePod. Good night.
See you later.
And cut.